you owe us reparations and shit. This is one of the richest female athletes there is. Watch this bullshit.
All right, everyone. How do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great. So actually, it feels like nail polishing for cotton.
The message here being, you can't put cotton in front of me. Somewhere along the line, a black person picked cotton, and this is racism's.
Yeah, I know. Listen.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Here's the thing. All right. Nobody alive today in America has been a slave, nor has anyone alive owned a slave. And no one has profited from slavery since it was ended in 1865, 66, right in there. And I hang on, I get it. I get it. People are butthurt about it, and they're looking for a reason to bitch, moan, and complain.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the real deal. We don't fucking care. All right? No one is holding you down or holding you back other than yourselves and maybe your
She's
family.
one of the wealthiest athletes in the entire country.
No, I get it. I get it. But I'm just talking in general.
Look, I'm pulling you up by the short hairs right the fuck now, okay? I have actually hugged a slave. An indentured servant, it's not the same. Slavery is slavery. If you can't leave and you're not being paid and you're being made to work, you're a slave. My great-grandfather was an indentured servant from Ireland. And I met him when I was like 3 or 4 years old. So I have actually, yes, hugged a slave. So, Serena, suck it. So here is the beginnings of 6 bitches and an illegal. All female Democrat school board appointed illegal alien superintendent. ICE arrested Dr. Ian Andre Roberts as the superintendent of Des Moines, Iowa public schools, an illegal alien and fugitive from Guyana.
Wow.
Dr. Roberts fled from ICE agents, speeding away, then abandoning the car. He was found in a brushy area 200 yards away with the help of an Iowa State Police canine. They sick the dogs on him.
Nice.
Agents found a loaded gun, a hunting knife, and $3,000 cash in the fugitive's vehicles.
Yeah, he's fucked. He's out of the country.
His resume was riddled with fake employment history and degrees. And now these women are the ones who elected him. Now, hi Jimmy. What do we know about those 6 women and this guy here? All I can think is eggplant.
The Schwantz?
I'm thinking that he had their election machines running.
I think he was giving them all the bone.
Mm-hmm.
And they voted him in, and that's the way it is.
Yeah.
This is the prime example of why you don't want women running the country.
This is exactly it. Now, not only that, but the shit continues on. Hang on. Ask the community to engage in radical empathy as we work through this situation together. Radical empathy is the recognition that we can disagree and still empathize with each other. Lady, he's a fugitive from a foreign country who lied on all of his fucking education.
On behalf of the Des Moines public school community, I want to provide an update from district leadership and the board on the current situation unfolding with our superintendent, Dr. Ian Roberts.
He's not a doctor, he lied.
Before we begin, it seems fitting to take a page out of Dr. Roberts' book and ask the community to engage in radical empathy as we work through this situation together.
You know, she's
radical empathy is the recognition that we can disagree and still empathize with each other. The respect of other humanity. This concept will be essential
That's Socrates.
as we wait to learn more.
It's not
Yep.
radical empathy. That's
We
Socrates.
do not have all the facts. There is much we do not know.
Yes, he's illegal and he lied on his resume.
However, what we do know
Wow.
is that Dr. Roberts has been an integral part of our school community since he joined over 2 years ago.
Lied.
During his time with our district, he has shown up in ways big and small and has advocated for students and staff and begun introducing concepts that will help us reimagine education for future generations of Des Moines students. Here is what we also know. Dr. Roberts joined us in July 2023 and has held educational leadership positions in districts across the U.S. for 20
Wow.
years. The Iowa Board of Educational Examiners issued Dr. Roberts a license to serve as superintendent in the state of Iowa in July 2023.
And they didn't check any of this guy's credentials. You know what else we know, sweetie? Your cinnamon ring went from a 24 gauge to a 2 gauge.
Yeah.
Hold the IC.
Holy shit.
Everyone
That's-
needs to be removed from that school board.
Everybody needs to be removed from that school board.
Now,
That's ridiculous.
was that guy actually in the country for 20 years?
Yes,
What-
he's a fugitive. He's a criminal fugitive from Guyana. But
Wow.
wait, there's
There's
more. Des Moines Public
I love
Schools
it.
has placed Superintendent Ian Roberts on paid leave. Board Chair Jackie Norris made a statement providing some information about how Roberts was hired. She said he claimed to be a citizen and that the outside firm hired to do a background check did not turn up any concerns. In other words, they didn't do anything. They just took the money and said, yeah, he's good. She concluded with a plea to cool down the rhetoric and to stop spreading misinformation, urging people to consider how upsetting the situation was for children.
All right. Well, first, hang on. Before we play that,
Okay,
let's
Okay,
be
okay.
honest.
let's be honest.
Children are very easily fooled. They bond quickly.
Yes.
And this dude lied for this position. These fools put him in there. It is their fault these children are suffering now. Now, listen, my heart goes out to the kids, especially if they're really attached to them, because
Yeah.
that's a hard loss. And I hate to see
Yes.
that happen to kids. I mean,
Mhm.
that is something, a loss of that magnitude, if it affects you that badly, is something that you usually get in high school when your grandparents pass away or one of your grandparents passes away.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be experiencing this kind of shit when you're in grade school, especially if the dude is a lying criminal from another fucking country. All right, continue on.
Okay, let me get back to that one. There, are we there? Okay, here we go.
Day for many people, not only at Des Moines Public Schools, but throughout this community and country. In 2023, our students, staff, and families warmly welcomed Dr. Roberts into our community, and he has served as an enthusiastic voice in support of our students' academic success and the need to support public education. So yesterday came as a shock to all of us. I want to be clear today. We still do not have all of the facts. According to ICE, in May 2024, an immigration judge issued a final removal order for Dr. Roberts. We were not made aware of that fact, and that's very concerning. I want to be clear, no one here was aware of any citizenship or immigration issues that Dr. Roberts may have been facing.
I call bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to add something here. Because the myth that all criminals are all criminal all of the time is exactly that. Many criminals are known to be kind to their families, kind to their neighbors. Freaking, who was the crime lord down in Colombia? What the hell was that guy's name?
Pablo Escobar.
Escobar was like Robin Hood where he was from. Yeah, he did brutal shit all the time, everywhere, but to like his community, he was like super nice to those people. So these people are not incapable of being nice. And I'm imagining that to the school board, he was probably pretty nice.
Uh-huh. And you see the cup of unicorn cum on the table in front of that lady in the black dress. And
Cup of unicorn cum.
Yeah, she's got a Starbucks cup of unicorn cum.
No, I see it. I'm just I don't like you anymore. Fortunately, I don't drink stuff like that, but wow. Cup of unicorn cum.
Yeah. Yeah, when that dude walked into the school to say, "Hey, I'm here for a job," all the school board ladies, they did the white chicks thing. What a beautiful chocolate man.
Yep.
So, Broadview, Illinois Police Chief Thomas Mills is now crying that ICE agents cursed at him, called him a traitor and a coward, and told him to get out of the way if he wouldn't enforce the law. Let's have a look at a police chief crying on camera because of all the racisms.
I was shocked. I've never been spoken to by a fellow law enforcement officer in such a way.
Broadview Police Chief Thomas Mills says on top of requiring 75% of his department's manpower for crowd control outside of the ICE processing facility in the west suburban city, he was personally, verbally attacked by ICE agents during a protest.
It's because you're
I'm
a douche.
leader of a department. I know that my office is looking at me for guidance and leadership, and I had to ensure that, I had to stay calm and not engage in such unprofessional behavior.
Chief Mills says he was walking across a skirmish on September 12th, the day this video was shot. He was called multiple expletives by an ICE agent, calling him a coward, accusing him of neglecting his duties during protests that got physical. Mills also telling the I-Team about an incident earlier this week where a pedestrian was hit by a truck near the ICE facility.
Allegedly, a ICE agent struck someone and continued on into their location. And during the course of that, while trying to gather information, there was pepper spray release while my officers right there. They felt the effects of that pepper spray.
They should be trained for that.
Altered their vision. They were coughing, and I was on the phone with them, and they had to leave the area so they can decontaminate themselves.
Again,
now, Broadview's mayor has issued a blistering letter to ICE excoriating their actions, saying, quote, Broadview police officers are routinely being exposed to ICE agents' tear gas volleys, forcing them out of action until they recover. Broadview firefighters and ambulance personnel are being exposed. Nearby residents are being exposed. Beleaguered Broadview residents are begging for relief from your center's siege of our neighborhood.
So where are these beleaguered Broadview residents who are begging for relief?
Yeah.
First of all, is my first thought.
Okay, how many times were we in the Army and another fucked up unit came by and you're like, you guys are a bunch of fucking shitbags, you worthless fucks.
Yes.
I mean, if you're not doing your job, I mean, you're going to get criticized. That's just the way it is.
It is. It's absolutely that way. I was in a regular line unit and got cussed at like that. We got abused severely when I was freaking still in the pipeline.
Yeah.
I'll tell it quickly. We were grabbed, a bunch of privates, stuck in mout buildings, handed weapons with miles gear and told to defend these buildings. And it turned out to be 7th Light and one of the Ranger battalions training up to go down to South America. And they roared in right after dusk and shot us all and then left.
Yeah.
And then made us do it like 2 or 3 more times. It was humiliating.
Yeah.
We're like, where did you come from? How did you do that? I mean, these are like the pros of the pros. And we're a bunch of privates just standing in mout buildings with our miles on our rifles going, ah!
But the thing is, they're all law enforcement.
Yeah.
Some of them are federal law enforcement. Some are local.
Yes.
If the local law enforcement is not doing their job, of course they're going to get criticized for it. And guess what? That is an ICE facility. They're well within their rights to defend it, and they're fortunate they're using less than lethal force.
Yes.
If this was to happen in the 60s or the 50s, people would have been
bodies
shot
already.
bayoneted.
I remember when law enforcement used 22 long rifle for less than lethal rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, can we bring back that, please?
Yeah.
Asking for a friend.
I am down with that. We are also. I have one last comment on that.
Hang on. Serve up the next video.
Look at the time.
I'll run and get a beer real quick. I'll just take a few seconds.
You go get a beer and I'll just keep talking. The question that I had, Jimmy, you probably caught this too, is these police officers got hit with pepper spray. Why weren't they trained to deal with that? You would think that would be a standard cop thing.
Well, for the past, what was it, about 5-6 years, police departments have been defunded and training has been lax. Hirings have been DEI hires.
Here.
That might have a little bit of a.
Yeah, Pop, I was asking why these cops couldn't handle a little bit of pepper spray. Look, I was hit with military in 2nd Infantry, the commander in Korea. You weren't in the field unless you were being gassed. So I was exposed to so much fucking CS gas that when I went into a civilian area and there were riots in Seoul, Korea, and the police would use pepper spray, we discovered that we were immune to the police grade pepper spray because we were so used to military grade CS. If you pulled civilian pepper spray off the shelf and sprayed me with it right now, I would probably take it from you, slap you, and put it on my tacos.
I don't know about that, but you are correct. I have lived in CS environments for days. You just get used to it.
Yep, all the time. They just fucking gassed the living shit. Yeah. We were in the field getting ready. It was like before dawn, and we knew we were about to get up, and we're laying there for a second, getting that last minute of I'm laying down. This is nice. And some motherfucker walks by and rolls a canister into our tent.
Nice.
Like, gas! Just rolled a whole canister into our tent. We're like, God damn it!
Yeah. That's good times, man.
Yeah,
good times.
We were so mad.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.